Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Falcons coming in at 5-9, going up against the Texans, who come in at 8-6.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Between the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And an alley to right. And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Opening drive fumble and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down following the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Watson now on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
To throw is Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Duke Riley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here now come the Falcons. And, partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And, indeed, he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Back to throw now on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they're operating in the red zone. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. Back to throw here. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, here's Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Watson hands this to Foreman. Running right through him. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Watson on first down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
15 yards through the air and a first down. play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
A carry for Foreman, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Third and 2, Watson. And he will have him in, Demaryius Thomas. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run with Foreman. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. Looks to be right around the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw on second is Watson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dontari Poe. Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. His throw incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
All right, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Duke Riley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Watson to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down at the 17-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Watson now to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number two.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's going to let it go again. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Darian Thompson. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Here's Foreman. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson dumps it complete to Miller, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Let's go. Ryan 38. Watch 36.
Again, it's Foreman. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Foreman. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
On 1st down, Watson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And now running right through it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Let's go.
They run again with Foreman. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and pound it in with Prosh, the fullback. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
Ohio! Here we go! Grand 38!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Ohio! Let's go!
Offense looks to punch it in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Spins by. And a spin again. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it.
And Freeman lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Flex round. Here we go. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Now, check. Patriot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's Watson now on second down. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
On the toss, here's Foreman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
Here we go now. All right, now look at 56. Look at that.
They'll set up to throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 28.